With a goal in the scene, let's go through one more example here in terms of using the same thing for the position. So again, by default, we have a position or location set for the trigger. The timer button right here, icon, is actually, it'll be used for timer, so we'll skip this one for the moment. The one thing that you'll notice is some tiles like GUI tile and goal tile have a manager to it. The manager is going to be manage the world level location. So if you have it where it's disabled, if I walk up to my goal, then it's not actually going to trigger the level switch or the level loading. So you want to make sure that, for instance, if we have this enabled, we have three options right here. You can either load the game, meaning the very first level inside your scene. In the hierarchy that we have, the very top one is game world level. So you can go back to the game, and this could be your main menu. You can load a world, so this is going to load world, and over on the right hand side you'll see world ID, level ID. So we could say load world and then world what, and you choose which one you want. And then you can say load scene and the level, you choose the level you want. Okay. And then right below it you'll have delay before load. So that one is just how long does it take before the goal is actually counted down. So that's going to be the basics on that. So let's set up one more scene just so that we can actually see it. So we're going to go to the exit button. And once it goes back into it, you should still have your My Games and you'll have a level here. Let's go ahead and click on the plus button. So now we have a level here for 1, level here for 2. Let's go ahead and go into the second level. And we'll go ahead and be sure we have our default set selected here. So I'll place in 3 blocks, and we'll do similar to like we've done on another video. We'll put the number 2 right here, or something that looks like the number almost 2. And then we'll place the character, and we'll go down to the goal and place a goal. So on the goal, this time around, let's be sure that we actually go to the manager for it, for the world levels. We'll say we want to load level, and now you have an option here. You can either load level 1 or level 0. You may notice if you drag it, it changes to an X and a checkbox. It's just a bug on it. So we'll say we want it to load level 0. That way we go back to the first one, and it's by default set for position. Alright. So once we save, we'll go back to level, the first level 1 right here. We'll go to our goal, and then you can go back to the manager for the scenes. We'll say scene is going to be load ID 1. Alright, so then when you play, and we could actually do we'll put a block here that shows this level 1. Alright. So in test mode, in the editor mode where we're testing right here, you'll actually be able to go scene to scene. So if I go over here and load 3 seconds or 2.5 seconds, it'll load scene 2, and I have the scene telling me to go back to the first one. So now we've kind of created a loop. We go back to 1. So at this point, you can traverse through your entire game. From game worlds, you can set up world maps, and then have the world maps go to levels. Levels can actually transition to a level that's not a level. It could actually be just a load screen, or it could be a cinematic image that plays, and you can have something that you watch. There's a lot of possibilities at this point to do some very extensive management of a scene control with it. So that's going to be the basics of setting up for the goal. We'll continue to work through the different properties here next.